呀！哎呀！哎呀！
Went up against TFO. They lost 2-1 to TFO during that semifinals back in stage 1, which put TFO on the grand finals. And one of those players from TFO is Marky. Lo and behold, he's now back with Oasis Gaming at a shot at a bigger thing, not only as champions for this week 3, but also as a representative of the Philippine region. So they're mixed up.
Imagine coming all this way, like you said, to just emerge as one of the up-and-comers here after so long of being sort of in the shadow of the old Oasis roster, after having a couple of great performances from TFO but never really finding the consistency. Now they're here at the grand finals, and just the journey that they have had is truly something notable, because you look at, I think, Oasis and you see them as one of the teams that has really struggled to find their way and make themselves known as one of the top in the country, because it was always about Bren, and then right after Galaxy Racer, Archangel, Hashira even came up at the top for one time. But now it's an emergence, the resurgence of Oasis Gaming. And speaking of, teams like, Archangel, got a lot of players that are coming from that roster in that Sunsparks lineup. You got Josh S, who is now coming back into this as well. A lot of these teams, a lot of these players who have sort of been picked up and, picked up from different teams. Now they are in a little bit, I think, one of the most comfortable situations that we've ever seen them in.
Yeah, and, Sunsparks, I believe the Twitch chat was talking about this, and our loving PPGL Discord server has been talking about it as well. It could be like a mini reunion if Sunsparks actually win this this best of 5 grand finals, because the former Archangel members, now disbanded team, they had, Ching on GXR. Here in Sunsparks, they also have Josh S. So this could be a nice little reunion if ever. But you know what? They still have to hurdle Oasis Gaming. And arguably, I'd say Oasis Gaming is in one of the best forms of their life. Same could be said with Sunsparks. Both of these teams have cracked jet players in the form of Josh S as well as Marky, and their support system with the others show us that it's not only about double duelists. They can go with just single, and they have the utilities, they have the coordination to make that possible.
100% right there, Aserai. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the grand final, Sunsparks versus Oasis Gaming. This one is for all the marbles. This one is to represent the Philippines and the Southeast Asia qualifiers. Will they get to go to Berlin? We're about to find out. You're joining me, Illustrado, and Aserai to deliver you all this action for those who are just tuning in. And we find ourselves up here on Haven with Sunsparks starting on the attacking side and trying to poke a little bit towards that A.
They're poking, but the question now is, are they going to be poking just a tiny little kitten cat, or is it going to be a big bear? Seems like it's going to be just the former for now, as Courtesy's only going to be the man to defend this side. Does have a couple of the shock darts, but I got to be careful as the Nanoswarm and the Dinkage through the smoke is going to be enough. And look at this. Immediately, Sunsparks knows that Oasis Gaming does have some post-plant prowess. So immediately look at where the spike is planted. It's on Godspot, not a default.
I really like this, going for that, because it's a little bit of a bigger risk to go for that plant, but at the same time, it can pay off a lot. The timing, it works out for Godowers here. It takes a couple of shots to do it, but look at this retake. Finesse, perfect retake right here from Oasis. Just picture perfect. The moment they call for that retake, 5 bodies hit the floor from Sunsparks, and it all falls to the wayside as Oasis secure the pistol round.
We need a quick replay on that. We only saw the POV of Godowers, but simultaneously, the rest of Oasis just barreled themselves onto the A side and took members one after the other, names being drawn on the sheet that is Sunsparks. And a quick little round, as you mentioned, this will have to force Sunsparks in another just weak buy. It's going to just be on the upgraded pistols. Triple Sheriff could be something. Josh S. Could be just coming out of the wazoo. Well, we seem to have a bit of a pause here as they're going to be just fixing some things. But for now, it's a nice little start for Oasis, and that's always going to be good because we saw how quickly Oasis can snowball a victory from this. I think Sunsparks yesterday, the thing that makes them such a devastating team to go up against is their ability to adapt. But for Oasis, it's their ability to take a hold of the game. And whether the mantra of Oasis gets the better of Sunsparks, or can Sunsparks hold out till they can get the money, only time will tell.
Why have you called for a technical timeout, Asarai? It's so early on, and
I'm tired, dude. I've been casting for about 5 minutes. I'm tired already.
Okay, well, you're fired. Just kidding. I don't make those decisions, obviously, but I can imply that that's the route we must take. But here we go. Back into the game. Technical issue has been resolved, I think, much quicker than we initially thought it would. Oh, yeah. Here we go. 10 seconds left into the time. And a little bit of a force here for Sunsparks. They will be picking up a couple of upgraded pistols. And the Marshal up onto Courtesy. I want to see what he goes ahead and does with it. Heavy presence here towards A.
Let's see who has the better headshot angle, Marky or Javi. Marky's holding. He's not even peeking, waiting for some contact. But he can hear. He can hear the reloads as everything. So there is some bit of information here for Oasis. And you can see that OG, not really afraid to give map control so that they can get site control. Triple on the A side because they do have that Killjoy who has supplemented all of her utilities on B, but this still will not alleviate Sunsparks. The setup is going to be here. They're just waiting a bit of noise, but the rest of the 5 coming here, they got to be careful because the sewer about to get jumped. Still they come in and Courtesy hits the first shot.
Yeah, gets one nicely. Will he get more than this? Still alive. He pulls out a ghost and he's able to follow it up, and the flank immediate as it comes here. And yet again, another pristine retake from Oasis as they rock Sunsparks. They didn't manage to clear out sewers, and they paid the price because there was a trap laying in wait for them. 2 players from the Oasis side ready to pounce at a moment's notice. And this just allows them a great buy round here. I mean, anti-eco round is... We find ourselves with 2-0. Asarai, things are looking great for Oasis, and this run of form from them that we're seeing, very much refreshing because a lot of the players are stepping up. Coco, one of the players that we've talked about a lot before, he's been having a great run. It's no longer just the Godors show on Oasis anymore because you got players like Marky, you got players like Ripper, and even Courtesy every now and then popping off, and they're looking more like a unit nowadays.
They definitely have. Again, Coco doesn't really have to be that person that always has to step up. He just has to be consistent. And playing as a Sentinel, you still have to give him lots of props because he can put himself in a position where his utility gets control of one end and he himself goes to the other end just to kind of plug up the entirety of that zone, which really allows Oasis game, I feel, to have free reign on other ends where you saw Godors, Marky, and Courtesy playing with each other. This actually has a nice little dynamic because both the duelists, you get tons of mobility, and if they don't know where their opponents are going to be coming from, they do have the Sova drone and the recon dart of Courtesy to play off of. Really smart plays, and this gives them so much, I would say, CQC factor. Courtesy's just going to back away first as he does get tagged by that Sova drone, but now Sunsparks, they're getting a bit of information, Elu, that there's too many on A, it's a bit too hot, and B could be just a lukewarm enough for them to take it down. And first kill onto Ripper is, well, the start of the site.
Yeah, they're able to get one, but Godors managing to be a little bit of a nuisance here towards the back of the site, and it's a good hold thus far. It only leaves 2766 in this clutch situation. Now, they know where one is at the very least, but Godors and Courtesy, they're going to swing out wide together, and on top of that flash, absolutely nothing can be done for 2766. He bites the dust after getting double swung immediately from Garage.
That was rather unfortunate because 2766, he basically had a 50-50 there. He knew that his opponent would have a Leer. He was in a 2 versus 1. If he tried to to tap the spike, it wouldn't really be possible. So he had to go for the decision: do I try to plant for CT side, where at least I have something to hold my back when somebody comes out of garage, or vice versa, put myself outside of garage and then wait for them to come CT? Seems like it was not the perfect time for him, and the swing for Oasis was perfect. And to also point this out, Elu, economy wise, okay, just finish off. Economy wise, that was a Sunspark buy round, and Oasis were on the weaker buy, and now Sunspark's back to the drawing board in terms of their economy.
That turret's not meant to be there, just for the record.
Oh.
It's meant to be a little bit on top of the box there, but Marky's able to get one. Double kill right now for Marky. Will we be seeing him pop off yet again and go just absolutely insane? I would not be surprised here, as yet again, Coco will step up to the plate, being the sentinel after all, getting the timing, getting the second, looking for the spray down here. Will he find the third? It's gonna be yes, as they finished each other off. The bullet to the head of 2766, and Coco will be the receiving end on the shock dart. Regardless of the outcome, Oasis will be definitely happy with that one. I mean, I know the announcer said flawless because, yeah, it technically was, but it was not. Somebody actually died.
It was flawless up until the point the shock dart connected. So
Yeah.
for a millisecond, they were, what's the word here? Perfect with their round. Coco, some people say that Coco is supposed to be sweet, but in reality, the true Coco is actually bitter, and it's leaving a bitter taste in the mouth holes of Sunsparks. Not really the best way for them. In 4 rounds in, they've already called their first tactical timeout, and it shows that even though Sunsparks might be prepared, they're still getting outpaced and outmatched by what I mentioned was the speed at which Oasis Gaming takes a hold of this game. That start on the pistol round and the win on their bonus round really hurts the economy, as well as I think the overall approach of Sunsparks in this Haven map.
I agree. I love the early tactical timeout. It's really such a great way to stop any team from getting a little too out of hand, from snowballing out of control. Now, Oasis is a team that is very much like that. All right, when Gador starts to pop off, when Marky starts to hit his shots, Ripper as well, there's very little you can do. And so it's really good to, get yourselves together, find that composure, and try to think of ways that you can shut them down early on. Because right now, whatever Sunsparks is doing, it's just not working. Oasis are making the right reads, going at the right time, and winning the right duels.
Might I just point out as well that Oasis's setups for the past few rounds, if you look at it from a where they are placement on the map here,
Hey! 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 Yeah! Hey! Oh! Hey! Ha! Ha! Hey! Ha! Hey!
Ay.